If you own a Toyota Alphard or you're planning to buy a Toyota Alphard, then you should definitely save this video, because there are a few things that we need to talk about that might be an issue that you may have, but if you better maintain your car through the information I'm about to give you in this video, you can see hundreds of thousands of kilometers with your Toyota Alphard with no issues. So let's start this review by talking about the suspension, kind of how we did with the Toyota Vanguard. The suspension on the Toyota Alphard is very robust. This car weighs a gross weight of around 2.5 tons, and it actually carries well on the suspension. It's nice and heavy, and as far as issues with the suspension, there's no real common issues. A number of these Alphards are sold with aftermarket suspension, where some people will put coilovers, and also you get people who put bigger wheels, so you get like 19-inch or even sometimes 20-inch wheels on your Alphard. It's better that you go ahead and put some stock wheels on it, and also just put the stock suspension back. It makes for a much more comfortable drive of the car, and also it limits the number of suspension issues that you would get. I'll probably do a separate video about the effects of putting bigger wheels on your car, because that definitely does affect the suspension and how reliable it is. So if you're trying to buy an Alphard, I would refrain from buying ones that have, really big wheels or some aftermarket suspension setup, because those are the times that it tends to fail on the suspension side. But as far as getting the stock suspension, you find that you have no issues. It is very robust, and even when you do replacements of shock absorbers and all the different kind of links that support the suspension, you will not really have suspension issues on the Alphard. So now let's get into talking about the main issue that you get with the Toyota Alphard, and the main issue actually sits right here under the hood, which is the 2AZ FE engine. Now the tips that I'm about to give you is the ways that you can better take care of your 2AZ so that it can last hundreds of thousands of kilometers without giving you any issues. So the first issue, like we spoke about in the video of the Vanguard, is the problem with the 3 head bolts at the back that tend to strip and cause the head to lift up from the block, and that ends up presenting itself as an issue. It will be very simple to know when your head bolts are stripped, because you're going to see that your car starts to have a misfire that you can't seem to fix. So I've seen this happen myself, where I went and did some work on a Toyota Alphard. The first thing that we do, obviously, is we come in and we try to just make sure that your spark plugs are on point, your coils are not the issue. But at the end of the day, you end up finding that it's because of those stripped head bolts that there's some coolant that's leaking into the combustion chamber and causing that misfire. So once you notice that your Alphard has started misfiring, it might be a good thing to do a compression test and just check if that issue is coming from your cylinders, rather than going ahead and starting to change different things like your coil packs or spark plugs and running through all kinds of sensors and stuff. Just make sure that you check that there's no leak of pressure coming from the cylinders. That can be done through a compression test, and also testing through the coolant to see if there's a leak of gases going from your cylinders into the cooling system. So once you notice that there's a misfire on your Alphard, just make sure that you do those checks, and it just might be those bolts that are stripped at the back. One of the ways that you can better protect your engine is just making sure that, 1, your oil is kept topped up, and 2, you fix any issues that you have with the cooling system on this car. One thing that people don't know about engine oil is that it works hand in hand with the coolant in your car to make sure that your car's temperature is stable. So it's not enough for you to just check and make sure that your coolant level is okay. If you have a low engine oil level, that not only gives you a problem with lubricating the parts that are moving in your engine, but it also gives you a problem with the cooling system. The 2AZ engine actually has oil squirters at the bottom of the engine that squirt oil up to the pistons to give them that cooling effect, so it keeps the temperature in the engine stable. So your engine oil and your coolant work hand in hand to keep your 2AZ engine nice and cool, or at the operating temperature. And if you see that your coolant level is going down, or you see that you have any leaks in your radiator, any leaks in the cooling system at any point, make sure that you sort them out, because once your 2AZ engine overheats, 90% of the time you pretty much have a dead engine, because these engines don't do well with overheating. So once the threads on the head bolt strip at the back, I know some mechanics will recommend that you get a repair kit, because there are some repair kits where you can put, you know, the threads, you can try and reset the threads at the back there and try to use new head bolts to press the head down. But honestly, from my experience, it's always better to just get yourself a new engine, because that's kind of, you know, kind of guesswork. So sometimes it works, sometimes it won't. So it's always better to just get yourself a new engine if you have that problem. But if you follow these tips, where you just make sure any cooling issues that come up, you sort out, make sure that your engine is topped up, these engines can run for 200,000-300,000 kilometers with no issues at all. So another big issue that you need to look out for when you buy yourself an Alphard with a 2AZ engine is the oil consumption. The 2AZ is well known for having a very high oil consumption, and that is because of a problem with the piston and ring design on these engines. So the best thing that you can do is always keep a track of your engine oil. My advice is to check every 2 to 3 weeks to make sure that your engine oil is always topped up. And like I said in the beginning, this will also contribute to your car running at the right operating temperature. And you have to remember that in the Alphard, it's actually lifting the most weight here. So you find that the Alphards are actually the ones that get more of the head bolt stripping issue at the back, rather than your Toyota RAV4 or your Toyota Blade that this car also comes with. Even some Corollas come with the 2AZ, but in here it's actually doing the most work. So you have to be extra careful about it burning oil, especially when it gets above 80,000 kilometers. Then you're getting into the high mileage areas, and as the mileage keeps going up, even the oil consumption on these keeps going up. So you just have to make sure that you always check every after 2 to 3 weeks. You can check your engine oil just to make sure that it's well topped up, and also make sure that you check that your coolant is also topped up, and you will be safe. Another tip that I can give you on the Alphard is just a bonus, and this one doesn't happen to all of them, but I think I have seen it happen a number of times, and that's where you get a knocking sound with the steering wheel. So sometimes when you're driving the car, you find that you get a funny knocking sound that you hear from somewhere down here. Now this is caused by two different things. There's a bushing that sits right here where the steering column goes from going straight to going down. The bushing there, if it gets damaged or worn out, then there's a lot of play in the connection, and that causes your steering wheel to start knocking. And then there's another little plastic, it also works as a bushing that connects to the steering column at the bottom. If that also gets worn out, then your steering wheel will start making a clicking or a knocking sound. So that's just another thing that you need to look out for on these Alphards. If that starts to happen with your steering wheel, then you know that it could be either that bushing that's right there, or the one that's down at the steering column. But otherwise, very nice car to have. It is a 7-seater, and you will enjoy a very comfortable ride in the Toyota Alphard. Alright, I think that's everything that you need to know about common things that would fail on your Toyota Alphard. If you guys own an Alphard and you know any other information, you can leave it in the comment section so that everybody else gets to know. And yeah, I will see you all on the next video.